Is Upper Deck Black Basketball number 3. So just like I was saying before the video started, the Raptors have no hits. So we've kept the Raptors spot, but we've added the players with no teams to the Raptors spot. So whoever gets the Raptors also gets players with no teams. So that's all combined into one spot, a combo spot, if you will. So let's chop it up. Let's do it. Here we go. Let's screen share everybody in the break. Right here. Greg I. You're at the bottom. Carlos at the top. Going to copy. Going to random. And we're going to hit random 7 times. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Vincent L. You're at the bottom. Rick F. at the top. Going to copy. And then we're going to paste in to our Upper Deck Black Basketball spreadsheet right here. And let's make this real big. Ronald P., that's a good point. We'll address that in just a second. Let me name these teams. I believe it's non-drafted guys only. I think that'd be the fair way to do it, non-drafted guys only. But let's see what the general consensus is. That would be my thinking. But let's get down this list here. Rick F. Hawks Celtics. Good point. Ronald P. though. Good point. Rick F. Hawks Celtics. Kenneth G. Nets. Derek B. Bobcats. Rick F. Bulls. Adam G. Cavs. Michael K. Mavericks. Carlos Nuggets. Tiffany R. Pistons. Greg I. Warriors. Thomas D. Rockets. Adam G. Pacers. Troy C. Clippers. Rick F. Lakers. Ronald P. Grizzlies. Thomas D. Heat. Thomas N. Bucks. Dustin. You got the Timberwolves. Lawrence at the Hornets. Rick H. Knicks. Ronald P. Thunder. Carlos Magic. Rick F. Sixers. Jeff B. Suns. Terrence Blazers. Troy C. Kings. Derek B. Spurs. Tiffany R. You got the Raptors. Players with no teams. Michael K. Jazz. Vincent L. Wizards. So we know the Raptors don't have any hits. So you'll get any Raptors base cards, plus the players with no teams that haven't been drafted. So there are players on here that say, that don't have a team, but they've been drafted. So we give those players to the teams they were drafted by, but there's also a ton of players with no teams. And that's what that spot's for. I think it's only common sense. If a player's drafted by somebody, it's just common sense it would go to the team that drafted him. I mean, wouldn't you think that would kind of stink if, let's say, you had the Pistons and, there was a rookie they drafted, but it's listed as none on Group Break Checklist, but we know the guy got drafted by the Pistons. It just makes sense to give that guy to the Pistons. I mean, it would be crazy not to do that. So I just wanted to clarify. Thank you, Ronald P., for bringing that up. Appreciate it. That saves some controversy. And yes, the Hornets are now the Pelicans. That's right. And my checklist spreadsheet is so damn old, I need to update it to say the Pelicans on there. I apologize. So the Hornets are also the Pelicans. Zenbeck brings up a good point. He says, what if the guy was traded on draft night? Well, the thing is first we go to Group Break Checklist to see where the guy goes. And if he's listed on Group Break Checklist as a none, a player with no teams, he'll be listed as none. Then it would go to the team that drafted the guy, because sometimes there's players that got drafted even though it says none. So we would check that. If the player has a team and he got drafted by a team, it would go to that team. But Zenbeck saying, what if the guy was traded on draft night? That's a good point. It's always got to be something, right? Who would think of this stuff? Good point, though. Joe Dog says, let's do current team if they're playing. So then if we do a current team, then we would have to scratch who they got drafted by. So that wouldn't work. Let's say if let's say if we get a crazy scenario where the guy was traded on draft night, let's random the guy. I mean, I doubt we're going to pull that. I doubt we're going to pull it in these next 2 boxes that I have. But if we pull a crazy thing where the guy's listed as none, not having a team, and then we look it up on Google and see the guy was drafted by the Spurs, but he got traded to the Magic on draft night, then maybe we'll random that guy between the Spurs and Magic. Is that okay? No, that would not mean LeBron goes to Cavs if you go by draft, because we go by group break checklist. And if you look on group break checklist, LeBron is a Heat player. So we're using group break checklist to determine where the cards go. Every guy has a team on group break checklist, but there are certain guys that don't have a team. They're listed as none on the group break checklist. So what I'm trying to explain is, if we pull a guy that's listed as none, meaning he doesn't have a team, that's when we have to figure out who the guy got drafted by. Only those cards. We're not talking about the other cards, because those are all automatically going to a team. LeBron goes to the Heat. In Broncos, that's exactly what we're doing. It does go by group break checklist. And Nick T, that's what we're talking about. If they ended up not being eligible for the draft and had to go back to NCAA to compete an extra year, then it goes right here. Let me show you. It goes to the Raptors players with no team. See, on group break checklist, I don't know, maybe you guys aren't understanding what I'm saying here. Let me just show you group break checklist to make it easy for you here. Let's do that. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let me screen share out group break checklist. Here's group break checklist right here. Okay. You can see right here that every team has hits, with the exception of the Raptors. And if I can screen share even larger, let me see here. Let me see if I can't go back one. All right, you see this area here says none. There's 1,440 autographs that don't have a team. So if I go up here and I type none, you can see all these guys right here are listed as none, meaning they don't have a team. So if we pull one of these guys, what we're going to do is we're going to see if one of these guys was drafted by somebody. And then we're going to give it to that team if one of these none guys were drafted by somebody. But if they weren't drafted by somebody, then it's going to go to the none spot, which is the Raptor spot. Does that make sense? All right. I think that's just the fairest way to deal with it. All right, so let's do it. It's pretty cut and dry. I mean, we're not going to pull, like Deshaun Thomas. We pulled him the other day, and he actually got drafted by the Spurs. So Deshaun Thomas would go to the Spurs. The other guys, Pierre Jackson, Eric Green, Cheryl Miller, Renardo Sidney, on and on and on.
Everything's good on these.
Yep, the Tony Gwynn would go to the Raptor spot. Tony Gwynn would go to the Raptor spot. Okay.
I double checked all the counts.
Okay.
Everybody's good.
Thank you. So now I can list them up, and we'll do that one. Appreciate it.
Everybody's good. Tell everybody they got their refunds. Everything's good.
All right.
I double checked all the counts, each one.
All right, cool deal. So let's do it. Let's open it up. Here it is. I think we've settled that pretty easy. All right. It's always got to be something crazy. They can't make it easy.
It's like golf rules, buddy.
I know, man. It's nuts.
Yeah.
You got to put disclaimers and.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's chop this thing up, man. Here we go. Let's do it.
A couple road signs.
Graham, that's awesome, man. Glad you got it, buddy. Glad you got it. That's good, man. That's good to hear.
Yeah,
Press
last
packs
box
is awesome.
One I did last night.
Jersey G, man, we did a baseball a little while ago. All right, so let's open this up and let's see what the heck we got in here, man. This is just Upper Deck basketball products are always pretty awesome. But first up, it looks like we've got, this is my boy here. It's Larry Bird, 93 of 175. And this, of course, is a Celtics one. So let me see who's got the Celtics. That is Rick F. with Bird. And that is 93 of 175, Larry Bird. All right, next up. Oh, man, look at this. This light is blocking me, but look at that. Look at that David Robinson, man. And this is 25 of 40. Look at that,
Wow,
man. David Robinson, logos, signatures. Wow. I mean, that's nasty right there. David Robinson. So that goes to the Spurs. San Antonio Spurs, Derek B. I mean, that's nasty, man. David Robinson. Wow.
That is nice.
That is nasty.
This looks good, man.
And then we've got a 57 of 199. This is Andre Roberson. Andre Roberson. So let's see where this gentleman goes. Andre Roberson. Let me see. All right, this is a Thunder. Oklahoma City Thunder. So this one is going out to Ronald P. Ronald P. coming your way, man. And look at the back of this thing. That's nasty, man. Look at that. That's a beauty, too. Awesome stuff. So let's see what's in here. Man. All right. Any spots left in National Treasures football? Yeah, we got 10 cases. So I think we got a couple of spots left.
Just a couple.
Nick T. Onyx is not relisted yet, buddy. I just haven't had a free arm to do it. Hakeem Olajuwon, 160 at 175. That's a Rockets. Houston Rockets. Thomas D. coming your way. Love to move cards. Scroll down below the video. You'll see all kinds of stuff that's close to breaking. And what do we have here? I haven't even seen one of these arena art cards. Gill Coliseum. So I guess this can go to the team. That makes sense. And go to whatever team. Oh, it's a book.
Yeah, you'll see.
Oh, it's a book.
Yeah, last night
I had no idea. All right.
Last night.
Oh, look at this. It's 65 of 65. Look at that. I was going to say, I thought it was just a card that could go to the, oh my God, look at this. Oh man, look at that, dude.
I know I pulled a Leitner one.
Look at this, dude. This is AC Green. Now, he's a Lakers guy, I'm sure of it.
Yep.
Oh my God, man. Look at this thing. This would be Rick F. Look at that, man.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Like, man, I know my brother was a big AC Green fan. And this is Oregon State Beavers. Man, that's awesome, dude. That is really awesome. AC Green. You can double check me. I think it's a Lakers. I'll double check. Positive they would have AC Green as a Laker on the checklist here. But that is Rick F. coming your way. Rick F. SFK, we got another box that's right up there that's moving. And then we've got here, this is a Cheryl Miller. Look at this thing. 39 of 40. Cheryl Miller, Trojans. Look at that. Autograph, Cheryl Miller. Wow. Look at that. So this is going to go, I believe, to the Raptors spot. So let me look up Cheryl Miller, I believe, is a none spot on the checklist, which would go, yeah, Cheryl Miller. All right, so this is going to go to the Raptors. All right, this is going to go to the Raptors spot because we comboed the spot, Raptors and players with no team. So Tiffany R., you got it, Tiffany R. All right. Good deal. Tiffany R. coming your way. So there we go. I mean, that's easy. That's not too bad doing it that way, right? That's not too bad.
Yeah, that black is pretty
Yeah, it's
awesome
pretty
stuff,
nasty, man.
Yeah, I love it.
Pretty nasty. So let's get this one on YouTube.